Let's see this question. This is asked in GATE 2001. A processor needs software interrupt too. So what happens is interrupts can be required in two ways. One way is whenever a device is ready, it will try to interrupt the CPU. That is when we get the hardware interrupt, which means, let's take an example. When you stroke something on the keyboard, a key on the keyboard, then that is initiated by the keyboard, which is a hardware device, and for that an interrupt will be raised. Okay. Similarly, if something has to be printed on the monitor, let us say you have written something like printf that has to be printed on the monitor, it is not actually initiated by the monitor, it is initiated by the user, right, that programmer. Now the programmer or the user will generally be running in the user mode. There are two modes, one is called as system mode and other is called as user mode. All the devices in the computer are generally under the control of the operating system, and in order to access a device we are supposed to access the code which is related to the device in the operating system. So if you have to run that particular code, you have to go from user mode to system mode, right? So in order to make this happen, we use software interrupts. Hardware interrupts will be given by the hardware devices, and software interrupts will be given by the one is software this user, and other one is sometimes you might have to generate it based on some software also, like if you are trying to divide a number by 0, that is also software interrupt. So anyway, software interrupt, whenever it happens, then we are going to go from user mode to system mode, and there we are going to execute the privileged instructions. Privileged instructions means the instructions of the operating system. Now see this, it is used to test the interrupt system of the processor. There is no need of testing the interrupt system. I don't know what they mean by this. And next one is, it is used to implement the coroutines. Coroutines, they don't need any interrupt, they are just a branch instruction, right? You save something on the memory, the return address, and you go to the branch, that is coroutine. Obtain the system services which need execution of the privileged instructions, yes, from user mode to system mode or super user mode. And next one is return from subroutine. Return from subroutine, it does not need any interrupt, it is just a simply a branch instruction, so you don't need any interrupt there. That is the answer. And the next one, in serial data transmission, every byte of data is padded with a 0 in the beginning and 1 or 2 ones at the end. I told you that in serial transmission always 1 will be transmitted whenever no data needs to be transmitted, and before you transmit a byte, it transmits a 0 saying that you are about to transmit data. So why is this useful is, by looking at this particular edge, the receiver will adjust its clock in such a way that it will start its clock to be synchronized in order to read the data. Let us say this is all 1 byte of data. There may be ones or zeros, I didn't denote that. Let's say this is 1 byte of data. Exactly at this point the receiver is going to synchronize its clock like this, right? So which means from here to here it indicates 1 bit, and again from here to here it indicates second bit, right? So synchronizing this, which means synchronizing this edge with this edge, that is called as synchronization. Even though common clock is not there, they will be separate clocks and they have to be synchronized, otherwise we don't understand till what part 1 bit is covered. Got it? So that is why this particular edge, or in particular this 0 is used for synchronization, and also at the end we are going to have 1 or 2 bytes of ones. They are generally used for synchronization only, right? So receiver is to be synchronized for the byte reception. That is the reason. Receiver recovers from the, it is not, receiver recovers the loss of zeros and ones from the padded bits, no error recovery, and purity correction, no, right? It is used for synchronization. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177, and IIT Roorkey's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkey, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkey is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkey. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.